let's do this. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. I'm gonna go ahead and lower these a little bit. Behind me, we have loaded the trailer of Wild Hearts. I'm gonna go ahead and check out this trailer that I have loaded down, and we can go ahead and check out a couple of the other things.
For centuries.
It's kind of cool. This is all cinematic. I believe this trailer. Oh, I believe this trailer is all cinematic. Oh man, it's only 2 minutes, so I'm gonna watch it like this right now, and then we'll watch the second overall. It's kind of loud, right?
They were ferocious as wildfire and unstoppable as the incoming tide.
Ooh, hello, goodbye. I like the transition. The transition is very nice. And this is the Big Bird. They haven't shown Big Bird yet. I don't remember his name. Ow! Stabbing on the chin. Okay. Flew out. The Karaguri. And then this is the trap ones, I guess.
Ancient technology.
Holy cow, look. Ooh, listen to that. Ooh. The music is kicking nice. Of course, Umbrella. High action.
In the hands of our most inventive. This technology gave
Holy
us
shit.
more than a chance at mere survival. It gave us a chance to fight back.
Go. Go, 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 go. Okay, cool. Bunk. This is a cool cinematic trailer. There's no gameplay in here. Everything looks super hype up because it's just specifically a cinematic trailer.
The hunters and the Kemono.
And then of course they end up on the last part of the hunt. Ooh, this is a big bear. Tame a world, go wild. So this is the one that they showed this morning, right? I am so pre-ordering this at some point. I need to check first though. I kind of want to get the EA Play trailer so we can play the first 10 hours, right? And that's what, next Monday. Yeah, it's looking pretty nice. I am actually excited. So you see the big monkey that they haven't shown. And this gorilla is kind of cool. And I like how the transition from the Karakuri and the other stuff. The hunter is not getting out of here. Absolutely not. That transition was really well done. I love it how it goes. But anyways, this is just gameplay. It's just to get you excited. This is the TV ad that they can air for 2 minutes, right? So we have what, a couple minutes of a random game, like not even gameplay. This is okay. We are a week away, and this is just to get you kind of hyped. I think all 3 were male hunters, but I'm not quite sure. I couldn't distinct. I believe they said a couple things on the MAA. Actually, talking about the MAA, let's go take a look at that, right? This is the other thing that they posted, right? 4 days early, 10-hour trial, starting on February 13th, right? So, which is next Monday. Next Monday, we got 4 days early. I don't think I can spend that over more than 3 hours a day. Okay, if I stream it, because I might just do it the first day and then do like a couple videos for it. Because I'm excited. I'm looking forward to do some more videos of this. Okay, let's go. This is the one I wanted to see. Let's take it out. Let's do some information from here. And I believe this was the close one. They also have a couple people that has put all the information on one place. So we're gonna go ahead and look at that. Let's dive into this, right? This was done last week. They put a thread asking for the community to ask questions. And there were a couple things that came out of here that were super interesting. I'm gonna go and try to check some of the questions and what they answer for these. Like, for example, the first one is how many kimono are there on the game, and are there any plans for adding more after launch? These they answer yes, answering in reverse order. Okay, yes, and that's plans after launch, of course. So there's support and update. The second one is new IP will have over 20 kimono in the game as launch. Focus has been on quality over quantity. We haven't had reveal all of them as of yet. We want to keep some as surprise, but excited to see everyone reaction on full collection of kimono when the game launches on February 17th. So these they have 20, and I believe there's another post that it's like right here, right, the large size. So these are the big monsters that you fight, not the rabbits or deers, right? Here it is. Does the kimono include only big ones or small ones too? 20 kimono are large in size. Deers and rabbits from our trailers don't count as kimono in this context. Okay, that's good. So 20 monsters, which is close to Monster Hunter. Monster Hunter 1 was 17, I believe. That was what it was allowed, right? Or on the first Monster Hunter. Again, comparing to that because it's a new franchise. Monster Hunter World has a lot of work that they already had. They had background on animals and anything that they just remake for the new one. And they still do. They start with 30, but they add more eventually. Okay, so let's keep going. Let's check the other one. This one. All right. How do permissions in multiplayer hunts work? Can visitors interact with a host non-karakuri combat? Can they destroy it or add their own? How are kimono in scale in multiplayer hunts? Are the servers separate by continent region, or can we play with users across the world? Developers' answer is right here. We're gonna go ahead and say hello, yes. Visitors to your world can interact with your karakuri and build their own in your world. Only the world hosts have permissions to proactively destroy karakuri. It has been designed specifically to avoid that kind of potential toxic behavior in multiplayer. The game difficulty will dynamically scale up and down depending on how many hunters are present. If someone joins, challenge bumps up. If someone drops, challenge goes down. Our multiplayer structure is peer-to-peer based, so you can play with players all over the world. Peer-to-peer, actually, that's... I mean, this might be a contingent point. Peer-to-peer infrastructure still going like Monster Hunter Rise through the internet, but peer-to-peer, kind of cool. The old Monster Hunter, like Freedom Unite, and even Tokinen. I think they were peer-to-peer, right? I don't know if Tokinen had multiplayer that were online, but I think they're peer-to-peer because they're still active. Peer-to-peer based online functionality is good to have longevity. If for some reasons this goes to shit and they don't have the ability or possibility to go forward, they have the way to make it last is peer-to-peer. So people in the future can still pick up the game and play it regardless of the online being dead. I imagine they can do it all by themselves depending on their skill, and of course multiplayer that scales will accommodate for that, right? That's cool. That is, even though it's a contingency, so people will prefer to have a hub where people meet, but I guess this is the best that they can do. In case it doesn't work, you don't lose too many and the game doesn't cancel automatically when they decide not to pay anymore for keeping their infrastructure, right? At least that's my opinion. Your opinion might be different, but that's what I think, right? Tokening still works today because of this. And of course, we can still join in older Monster Hunter because of that. Here we go. So the next question is how the team is looking to balance aerial versus grounded combat. It appears right now aerial moves are greatly dealing a lot more damage. Okay, so they answered great question. We feel all 8 weapons in the game have been well balanced to be viable in all situations. Player skill and mastery of the weapons types will come into play. Of course, this is gonna be playtests and whatever they do. Then like fluffy speed to say, hey, it's kind of balanced, or we think it's balanced. I personally like them all. and that's kind of cool, even though this was like kind of fluff. But it's cool. It's cool that they actually work on balancing the weapons, and it's all mostly like depends on skills, right? Common play here. All playstations seem to have the most powerful attack, having come from some of the more grounded weapons, right? I'm all about them all personally. Let's check the next question that was posted in here. I'm curious if the Kemono will be spotted on the map at once, if multiple Kemono will be spotted at once, and if they interact with each other, like how in Monster Hunter World can interact or get into a turf wars. The other thing I'm curious is about large maps, mainly how large they will be and how many different locales to expect. So here we go, the depth thing already answered, and here was the answer. It's yes, it's rare occurrence, but players will see Kemono battling each other throughout the game. Asuma is made of 4 large explorable areas that represent different seasons. We also have a hub city of Minato, and that's the first time I hear about this, the hub city itself, right? Some other places were kept being secret. Okay, so there's like some sort of a hub city, which is kind of nice. It'll be kind of nice too. The next question they answer is the next one, right? Will there be any type of NPC AI partners like in Token? This was one of the main reasons I love the game. Also, will they be able to customize Karakuri loadout? And here we go. So they answered for starter, yes, you can customize your base and Karakuri loadout for combat. In terms of NPCs, you'll meet the Tsukomo, which is probably the robots, right? I believe these guys are the robots that they do, who are leader celestial Karakuri beings that can be collected all across the land of Asuma, and you can choose one of them to follow you as an AI companion, like for solo play. So they act like palicos, right? Can be also upgraded as you can, support in different ways. Cool. So those are like the palicos. Those are the palicos, which is kind of interesting that they selected to work like that. I guess avoiding palico, but they do work like palicos, it seems, which is cool. Companion AI, something that you can play and interact more. So the next one that they posted is try to keep up, and I'm trying to keep up, buddy. I'm trying to keep up. So the next one that got posted was, are there any status effects or ailments, right, that can be inflicted to Kemono or our hunter? And this says absolutely. Elements plays a huge role in Wild Hearts. Player and Kemono can be set alight, poison, or slowed by ice, etc. It will be important to defend yourself against the Kemono's core element with your armor and target their weakness with your weapon. Alright, so similar construction as a Monster Hunter. You go get armor to get more tank to against the other ones, right? That's the similar. The next question is the big one, and what's the important one? Will there be a demo for the game? Players with a subscription of EA Play or Game Pass Ultimate will be able to play 10-hour trial. So there's a 10-hour trial of Wild Hearts coming out, and it's 4 days early, starting on February 13th. 10 hours, 4 days early, and that starts on February 13th for those with EA Play. EA Play is available on Steam, and it's available on Xbox and PlayStation, so you can get that, and I believe it's like $5 per month. And then there's a second tier, but the first tier, it will be the one that you want to kind of check out if you want to try to get it for a month and try to play this early. I don't know if I'm gonna do that yet, but I'm gonna try. It's kind of sad that there's no general demo. I do wish that like month 2 or something to try to help they get a demo out for the public, even though it's not the same as the game. Might be something good for letting them try, but I guess EA still want the subscription. The bad thing is that even if you get it through Steam, you're gonna still have a secondary launcher, which is that EA launcher, god awful. But that's okay. That's okay. We'll figure out how it works. Let's check if there's any other questions. All right. Will there be any way to modify your character appearance, body face, armor, and makeup after creating it? The development team answer, and this is yes. We have Karakuri for that. To be able to unlock and craft unique Karakuri in the city of Minato that lets you do just that. Cool. So fashion hunting is available, and you can refix your character after you create it if you don't like what is going on. Anyways, next one. There we go. This is a long one. Hi, could you please confirm whether the game has female design options for all armors, like Monster Hunter, right? Dedicated female. Yeah, I don't think. Or does all gear has only male design? I'm a huge fashion hunter, so I absolutely desperately know. Mix and match, customizable with different color and pigment. Finally, is the game online only and needs internet connection to be played, or plausible, or is it possible to play solo? And this is one of the ones that we're super interested in. This is always cool, right? But I didn't like the designs on Tokiden that much, right? So they were kind of but they were cool, right? So we're gonna go ahead and take a look. Here's the dev thing, and says, unfortunately, no, we do not separate a female and male set. You'll be able to mix and match armor pieces. For our armors, allow the art to you look a little bit more human focus or Kemono focus. The stats will change with these transformations too. We also have cosmetic ornaments that can be crafted and equipped to your armor for extra personalization. Yes, you can play solo offline. Okay, cool. So yeah, they confirmed that you can play solo and be offline, and that would be great to have them do that. Are there any details on the end game? Ooh, juicy info here. Straight out with the details on the end, man. So they actually answer, right? After completing the campaign, players will get new quests to investigate the highly dangerous variant of Kemono appearing in the world as volatile Kemono. These are powerful Kemono will lead the player to have an even difficultier of Kemono that we won't spoil today. We're prepping a blog with more details about the endgame soon. The endgame system and threats will continue to expand over the course of the free content updates. Wow, okay, that's good that they're planning to have some free content updates. I mean, it's $70, so the best we can do is get some free updates out of it. All right, here we go. Will there be a guild feature where we make our own cards or not? Currently, and this is what they're probably asking for the cards, guild cards, and sharing, connecting to their people. So they did answer somewhat to that question, right? And they say currently we don't have any plans for official in-game clans or guilds. However, you can set multiplayer sessions, tag, and share these with your wider groups of friends. They will then be able to find each other more easily online to hunt together if some of them are not direct connections in real life. Cool. So there's like a tag thing that they're gonna do. So no cards at this point, no showing what you have done in game, but at least they have some way to contact other people, which is exciting, right? Let's check if there's any other question. So again, another one. Very nice. Thank you for doing this. And by the way, developers, yes, thank you for doing this. It's really appreciated that you've spent the time. So let's take a look. My question is regarding the end game. Can you give us an idea what to expect of the grind repeatability? All gameplay seem it's being of kills, or are you able to capture the monster? And if so, what are the benefits of doing so? You're not able to capture large Kemono, so no capturing, the same as Tokiden. Tokiden didn't have any capturing at all, so it was all like go hunt and kill, because they were only, it makes sense. But this one is like large animals and everything, and it's just they're kind of infected by the Karakuri, so they're a mix between nature and then animals. So I think that's what they're going on the overarching type of thing. So you don't capture them for research, you have to eliminate them. That's the other thing they do present when you kill them. I seen the last animation that they bow and present themselves like with respect of the battle. So I think it's just that. Here we go. That concept doesn't really line up with the story in the game. There's small creatures in the world that can be captured as pets and give you special rewards via character enclosures. You can build them. Okay, big question here. Hello there, Luis. I suppose the biggest question out there is, what should we expect for games monetization? Will there be microtransaction? If so, what kind of terms will be there for sale? And it says all Punch content will be free, including new Kemono and more. We don't have any plans to feature monetization. They probably don't have plans, but depending on how well or bad it does, EA might just get its freaking paws in there and brr. But who knows? We hope that they don't get that greedy, and I do hope the game itself does well to support the things that they're doing, because it'd be super nice to see the things get maintained for over a year because the game is sold well enough. Even though it's an EA game, that's the only thing. Boom. Next question. All right, so it's this is kind of cool. Somebody asked what's their favorite weapon and why. Luis, which is by the way, we're talking about Luis, which was introducing here, right? MA with Luis, executive producer of Wild Hearts. I think introduce that because again, you want to check more, it's right here. So back to the last question, what's your favorite weapon and why? And then Luis answered, great question. Right now I'm loving them all, which is kind of the hammer variant. It's incredibly over the top and powerful. So it also requires precise timing, then extend the hit and deal massive damage. Longer ranges bunk. That's cool because I think I saw a little bit of the gameplay, and the Mao has an extendable grip too. Let's check the next question up, which is the game running locked at 60 FPS on performance mode? In the preview demo that we seen a few months back, didn't run so well. Will the game run better on PS5 on release? Also, thank you. That thing answer for both PS5 and Xbox X, Wild Hearts offers the full performance mode 1080 at 60, which people is just probably mad at that already because it's only 1080, right? Because they're expecting PS5, and man, I get it that they're powerful consoles, but looking at how much a 4090 costs and a 3090 costs to hit that comfortable on PC, I never expect the console to hit that much. But they do have an optional quality mode 4K up to 30, which is good. It's pretty capable. Pretty people like I said, look, people kind of sad 1080 on the new consoles. Yeah, for console equipment to handle 4K at $20, but that's just not quite. It's pretty disappointing to see game that I not 1440 at 60, because that takes a lot of work to do, right? The consoles say that they're equipped to handle that, but I never believe Sony nor Microsoft to be able to handle this comfortably without trickery, because they also do a lot of trickery to hit this, right? They do inside scaling, and then the game gets shown on one resolution and it's scale up, or works on another, and all of a sudden drops. Like on quality, they have a specific. So it is a lot of magic behind the scenes to try to get the PS5 to run this. This is not native for any reason, and I don't know why you would think on that. Next question that we have is, will there be a pause button if you want to play single player and or group pause button for multiplayer? Wild Hearts Dev, yes, allowed to pause in solo play only. Cool, understandable. That's how it should work, right? If you need to pause or to stop, get out so other people can join, or just let your mates know, your friends know what's going on, right? Because life happens, right? This game came as a surprise for many of us 3 months ago. Can't wait to get into the new fantasy feudal world. Wild Hearts have a content plan for post-release. Were there any challenges with localization, such strongly themed game as Wild Hearts for the West? I imagine it would be an undertaking. I saw the EA account is required. Does this mean that the EA will have cross-save and cross-play as well? They did answer this, and let's take straight from the developer team. Localization for the West is huge undertaking in many ways, which EA have been able to support Koei and build a larger, higher quality experience. We have the full experience on EA helping us support with text translation and bringing in great voice actors for the English version. Well, they have money, so we do support full crossplay, but not cross progression at this time. Well, crossplay, I think, you know what? I'm okay with crossplay, right? I'm not gonna buy this game on 3 different consoles. It's the first time, and I'm probably gonna go buy it on 2 consoles, either 2 PCs or 1 console if I had a console, right? Because I don't have an Xbox One X, nor I have a PS5. So it's gonna be on PC for me, and if my wife wants to play it, we'll do that too. So the crossplay is cool, because even if I buy it on Steam, I'll be able to play with people on Xbox, PlayStation, EA, the Origin Shop, or EA Play, whatever, the Epic Game Store, dude, which opens a lot of more people to play, to tell you the truth. Origin, and even if Ubisoft happen to jump in the Ubisoft store, which I doubt nobody uses. But again, everyone is different, right? It's cool. It's cool. Next question says, I know not all the games are fully optimistic for Steam Deck, but Wild Hearts is playable on Steam Deck. The game won't be supported at launch, which kind of sucks, but I understand it. I get it. I have one though. I want this as much as you do. Hope we can get it in the future. This is kind of cool because it'd be another portable way to play it, right? Usually it won't be supported, but I mean, Monster Hunter is not supported and it works. So I hope that Steam is doing some magic of their own and we can have these too, because this would be absolutely fantastic. Can you pet the dog? You can pet the rabbit. Do not try to pet the ice cube. I'm naming my rabbit dog. That was funny. Will we be able to carve the body of most of the body? Okay. Yeah. So he answered somewhat related. I think you're asking if we have breakable body parts of Kemono. So if so, yes. Large Kemono have different breakable parts that can be carved separately from Kemono. Happy hunting. And this is a new question, right? Let's take a look at this. Regarding support classes, I love to play the role of supporting games, be that straight up healer or more of a support like Hunting Horn in MH, with weapon or abilities linked into this playstyle. I don't expect spoiler, but just looking to know. Your weapon joins your actions and category sort of define your role in Wild Hearts. We have the Bladed Waza umbrella, which is more of a tank-based parry weapon. But when it comes to healing buff, this is all baked into our category and food systems. If you want to support your team with heals, you can absolutely task yourself with conjuring healing, defense buff, and even bubble shields karakuri, which leaves your team to use their resources to focus on more damage. It's just kind of crunch. Okay, cool. That's kind of cool. There might be a way of somebody playing support if they want. Kind of what they said. What does the final blow do besides looking cool, right? Playing animation. You get extra rewards if you do the final blow. Isn't necessary to beat the hunt. So they answer from the dev team. Final blow is essentially a super cool animation that caps off the hunt. In a way, feel rewarding. After a big fight, it does not change the outcome of the hunt and is required to finish. So this is the requirement to finish. The final blow will turn the results and reward screen for the hunt. Okay, cool. There we go. How many weapons are there gonna be, and is there gonna be any aching low on high rank? any level like into low and high rank. We have different weapons in the game. We're planning to provide more details later this week. Stay tuned. Wild Heart player will start encounter Mighty Kemono midway through the campaign. It is sort of our high rank version of early Kemono. Players can switch back to player state at any time on the map if they wish to fight early game Kemono again. So this is kind of a summary which we have. So Asuma will have 4 large maps, right? So safe to assume that each season, right? So 4 large maps, Hub City, Minato, and some other things. 20 monsters at launch, in addition of other fauna and flora. Rare occasions, but there will be like turf wars. All Kemono have breakable body parts, which we've seen on some of the trailers. Midway through, you will encounter higher ranks of Kemono, Mighty Kemono, and Volatile Kemono later. Smaller fauna can be, they're not Kemono, right? Smaller fauna can be captured as pets. Endgame, a new Kemono variant, the Volatile will appear after the high rank. Promise of all launch content will be free, and no plans for microtransactions. The game trial is through EA Pass or Game Pass Ultimate, because I believe Game Pass Ultimate get EA Play by standard. And it's a 10-hour trial starting next Monday. Quality performance, 60 FPS on only 1080p and 30 FPS at 4K. Online, co-op, and offline, right? So they did mention the category. We talk about that. Only the host can destroy what anyone builds, and then you can play the game solo, and you can pause. Cross-play, not cross-save. Can apply tag when hosting so people can find you, and then no cross-save, no current plans for clans. Customization, we talk about the Palico type, which is the Tsukumo, and then you can be chosen as your like Palicos. We saw 50, I think, from the older things, but I'm not sure. Yeah, like he said it here, it's essentially a Palico. Weapons, 8 weapons on launch, we knew that. And then mix and match your armor pieces, which is fun. Combat, like alignments are on. And elemental weaknesses, of course. The bladed Wagasa that I described as a tank weapon, like for maybe might be something to check for those who like Lance, but I'm not sure, because Lance is more of a lock weapon. Anyways, final blow, super cool animations, and then no Steam Deck, unfortunately. But other than that, yeah, that's cool. That's what we got. That's good information there. It's kind of super cool to see all that. Oof. We got a ton of information in here. Granted, it was all from the Wild Heart MAA, and it's fun to see that they're asking and they're actually answering these questions. I can't wait. The next possibility to play this will be on the 13th, but I'm not quite sure. So we'll see what's goes on, and I can't wait for this to be like ready for it, right? Anyways, I'm gonna stop here with this, and that's kind of fun.